Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, I'm planning to do two What Ifs today, so you guys in a treat for today. But the first one on the chopping block is What If Deku was Shigaraki's little brother. As the last time we were where we were at in our story, Izuku survived the fate of his whole family because of Shigaraki's because of his quirk manifested, unfortunately killing off his whole entire family except for his little brother Izuku, because he was at the hospital at the time getting checked over. So he luckily survived the rest of his family's fate. As he lived in an orphanage to that point, until one day he came across a lady with green hair. As he tried to pickpocket her, did not succeed, and she brought him into the authorities and eventually decided to adopt the young man. After feeling that's the feeling the aura he gives off. The aura he gives off was a villain in the making, so she wanted to not let that happen. And especially with his quirk, he would be an extremely dangerous villain, deadly. As he spent his years growing up under the strictly close eyes of Miss Joke and Azawa, a racerhead. And he will always have that dark side in him. That will never go away. Because of his quirk, his quirk kind of messes with his mind when he was younger. After the Sludgeville incident, saving Nejire not once, but twice. As All Might ultimately decided to give Izuku one for all. Yeah, I got that right. One for all. I get them mixed up. One for all and all for one. Yeah, it's blah. That's pretty much my brain. But let's continue forward. As he eventually went to sleep, as he as he immediately found himself in a white room, as a woman touched, well, someone touched his shoulder. As he turns around, as he meets Nana Shimura or Nana Shimura. I don't know why, but two Nanas in that. I always do that. It's hard. It's weird for me to just say Nana Shimura. I was Nana Shimura. Whatever. I'm not gonna do that, but nonetheless, who the fuck are you? I'm your grandmother, Nana Shimura. It's good to finally meet you. Very cute. This must be one of these, weird dreams This must be a weird dream. You know where you're my grandmother. You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. I need to lay off the coffee. I'm far from an illusion. My dear, grandchild. Stop calling me that, lady. Nana Shimura. I understand you're skeptical about the whole thing, but I could show you proof. And how would you do that? Easy. Grab my hand. Very well. And if I don't like what I see, I'll kill you. As he grabs onto her hand, as Izuku gets flashbacks of her past. I don't know if that's ability she could do, but it's just make it sound more cooler that way. So as Izuku, falls on his knees as he's breathing heavy. You fucking bitch. You abandoned your family. I didn't have a choice, Izuku. It was all for one hunting me down the way he did. I had no there's only way to keep you sorry, to keep you safe and the rest of the family. Unfortunately, I did not expect what happened. Izuku gets up as he starts scratching his neck. As that's the one thing that he has in common with Shigaraki, is when he gets irritated, he starts scratching his neck. I'm simply here just to tell you about the quirk, how it works. I know that idiot won't tell you properly. Toshinori was never the brightest. Toshinori, you know All Might? Yes, of course I know All Might. I was his teacher. I wielded that quirk that you inherited from All Might. I was one of the users. There's many of all for one users here. They don't wish to make themselves known at this current point. But because of our history, because we're family, I just want to make sure you're ready. Because you took this quirk, all for one will target you, and he will try to kill you and hurt the people closest to you. That's just how that bastard operates. That's a very bad habit. Shut up. So how does this quirk work? Enlighten me, grandmother. As she knows that he has vehement tone in that voice, as she sighs, as she goes through how it works, instead of focusing on one limb, focus all around the body. As she goes over how to pretty much output it in different levels, in different percentages, so he doesn't break his arm. As Izuku listens, as Nana goes through after she finishes, our time here is up. What do you mean? We'll meet again, Izuku. If you ever need guidance, please, please contact me, and I will come. After all, you are my beloved grandchild. Study well, Izuku. A word of advice. You might establish other quirks from the other wielders. What you mean by that? As he wakes up, breathing heavy. As you can notice, he's floating in the air. What the fuck is this? As he's freaking out, as he suddenly falls back onto to the bed. God damn it! As he scratches his neck. Apparently, it wasn't all my it wasn't my imagination. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Fuck it. Izuku looks at the clock as it's 5 o'clock. As he gets up, gets dressed, as he leaves his room, as he sees his mother just drinking coffee. Oh, you're up, Izuku. Yeah, I'm leaving. I have to meet All Might at Dagobah Beach. I want to make sure I'm there early. I'll walk past her as she's like, Well, fine, Mom. And she points to her cheek. As Izuku kisses her on the cheek. Much better. You have fun. Listen to All Might. I plan to. Mom. As he finally leaves the house, as he takes he could have took the car. He has a license and all, so screw it. Yeah, he takes the car. Yeah, he has a car. So as he get into his as he gets into his car, as he shuts the door, as he rims the engine up, as you have Miss Joe yelling outside, telling him to not rev his engine that way. As Izuku just takes off. I'm not, a car expert when it comes to vehicles, so not my thing. But this is the vehicle he's driving. I was trying to find a certain one, couldn't really find it. I was trying to find, well, anyways, I'm not gonna go into that. But anyways, I believe the car is a from the Jaguar line of vehicles, but I'm not sure what model. If it is a, because that's all I could think of. Seeing the logo on the car. So, anyways, I'm not really familiar with Jaguars at all. So, as he drives off, as he eventually gets to Dagobah Beach, as he puts some coin in the meter, that's where he parked. He put like about $10 to $11 inside the meter with coin, so to make sure his vehicle doesn't get towed. Not sure Japan's like that, like America, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. As Izuku sees the state of the beach, it looks disgusting to him. As he walks down to the beach, as he, about to decay a lot of debris. Wait. All Might went, All Might wanted to meet me here for a reason. Judging by the state of this beach, it must be part of the training he has, regiment that he has planned. As Izuku's well built, so he's fully capable. His body's fully capable of holding on to all for one for all, or all for one, one for all. As he immediately begins cleaning up the beach, not using any quirks, just using his bare physical strength. As All Might, is watching him, as he has a smile. Midoriya. Oh, Toshinori, what? As you seems like you started early. I guess we think alike. He drops a pile of debris. Oh, you're here, All Might. Do you want me to clear the whole beach? Yes, exactly, Izuku. Then I will go further into the what you could do as the quirk. Understood, All Might. As he spends the next weeks, months, just cleaning the beach, as the day it finally arrived when it's finally cleaned, as he moved all the debris into a pile, as he decays it, he's also trying to regulate his decay. It has jumped in potency since he took one for all. It's all my congratulations him on a training well done. As he did it in record time. As he tells Izuku to use the quirk, throw a punch at the sea. As he's just about to use it straight off the bat, as he stops, as All Might's wondering why he stopped. I'm gonna try something, All Might. So, how do you activate this quirk exactly? How do you do it? As he goes through his explanation, that's very poorly. As Izuku sighs, Nana, sure. Nana said you were not too smart. As Toshinori's like, how do you know that name? I'll I'll tell you here in a bit. Let me throw this punch or whatever. As he regulates the cork all around his body, as sparks of electricity starts emanating off him, as he throws the punch, as the ocean parts from the pure wind pressure. As All Might, his eyes widen as straight off the bat he threw about 10% smash. Nice, very nice. I could definitely use this. And for your question, All Might, when you went out to sleep, I woke up in some white room or whatever, and someone by the name of Nana Shimura came to me and told me a few things. Apparently, what she said, I was related to her. I was related to her. I'm her grandson, apparently. It's still far fetched. I don't believe any word of it, but it's not total. It's not. But there is some possibility, at least. I might be irritated as he scratches his neck, but I'm not an idiot. And I could also do this. As Izuku starts floating in the air. That's float. I can't really control it very well. I see slows back and down, but I figure out how to turn it on and shut it off. As All Might pretty much hug Izuku as Izuku, what are you doing? Thank God that one of the line of my teacher survived. Does Eraserhead know? I don't think so. I don't really remember my last name. Look into that myself. We immediately need to. We immediately need to start training that. What? That float. Give me a second. As calls the phone. As he calls his, he doesn't want to, but he kind of has to now. As he calls Gran Torino, as Gran Torino, immediately says, I'm on my way." As Gran Torino arrives, as Izuku sees this little small man, looks like a grape, a shriveled grape, as he slaps Toshinori back of the head. At least he's not damaged. You could leave now. Sir. No buts. Do your little hero work. I'll handle the train from here. We have a lot to work on. Who the hell are you? Name's Gran Torino, kid. And I'm gonna be putting you through the ringer. Percentage are you at? 10%. 15 if I want to stretch it a little bit, but that will probably strain my muscle. Any higher than that, it will break my bones. At least you know your limits. As he spends the rest of the time training for the entrance exams, as he gets trained by Gran Chino early on, because he is Nana Shimura's grandchild. As during this training, him and Izuku and Gran Torino develop a bond of friendship towards each other. As he sees a bit of Nana Shimura in him, and some other things that worries him, but he knows generally the kid's a good kid. Training was quite brutal, but effective. Izuku immediately saw a improvement in his abilities. As he grown quite a huge amount of respect towards Gran Torino. You the good kid. As Izuku gets into as he bows, what was this? I'm sorry for how I treated you at first. I've learned quite a lot from you, Sensei. I like you, kid. Remind me so much of her. It's good to see her lineage live on. During his training, he got access to full cowling and he worked on the float quirk, as Gran Torino has a lot of experience with that quirk. After knowing Nana Shimura for so long, he's the perfect person to teach Izuku how to use that quirk properly. As Gran Torino is about to call a taxi, Sensei, I'll drive you. Drive me? Do you have a car? Yeah, it's over here, man. It's over here, sir. As Gran Torino sees the car, love the model. Seriously, this yours? You want to ride? Hell yeah. As Gran Torino gets into the car, as he revs the engine, as he drives off, as he drives all the way down to Hosu City. As they finally get to his little apartment, as he invites Izuku in, as they sit down and have a conversation. As Izuku spends many hours over Gran Torino's house just talking, he genuinely enjoys having conversation with Gran Torino. Still don't buy it, Sensei, that I'm related to her. Kid, you're related to, Nana. I see it in you, clearly. How many of the Vashes did you meet? How, how did you know? Kid, I've been around a while. I know things, especially dealing with that quirk. One, Nana. The rest of them didn't want to show themselves at this current time. That's what the lady said. She's the one who told me how to use the quirk. I didn't want to believe it, but unfortunately, she wasn't lying. Izuku scratched his neck as Gran Torino noticed that. He spent enough time to Izuku, enough with Izuku know that how his personality works. I see you're angry with her. If it's true, she abandoned us. If if any of my family, my birth family, still around. And Japan was a different time back then. And she did go over All for One, did she? She did. Because of him. It was too dangerous. I'm just upset because I never met my mother and father. What do you mean? What I was told, they died before I was before they could take me home. Apparently, I was at the hospital getting a check over. Apparently, don't know why, but they were probably shortly killed afterwards. I'm not sure what happened. Don't get me wrong. I love my current mom. But I still wonder what type of a woman she was. Was she a bad mother? Was she nice? Why did she have to die? Izuku, life is just not fair. Bad things happen to good people. All we could do is minimize the carnage. Understood, sir. Now you probably should get home. It's getting kind of late. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Sensei. As Izuku leaves Gran Torino, says goodbye, gets in his car, and as he drives home, as dinner is waiting for him, as his mother's sitting there patiently. You're back. Sorry, Mom, I was late. I was training with Sensei. I've learned quite a bit from him. As he eats dinner with his mother, as the rest of the family did have dinner already, as she didn't want to eat until Izuku was home. As he picks up his plate and hers, as he washes them, puts them in the sink, dries them off, puts them in the counter. As he hugs his mom, as his mom was quite surprised. What's the matter? You're normally not this affectionate. Nothing, Mom. I just want to say thank you for taking me in and treating me like your own. I love you. You're gonna make me cry. As they separate, as Miss Joke asks what he's gonna do for the rest of his day, as Izuku decides to study the rest of the time until the entrance exams kick in, as he's not going to take the recommendations because he doesn't want to do it that way. He wants to test it out in a combat situation. He doesn't know what type of test it is, but he knows there's going to be some sort of physical test, battle portion. He knows that much. As the day of the test finally arrived, as Izuku takes the car, as he drives down to UA University, because it's a college in my what ifs. As he sees people piling up into the building, as he gets out of the car, as he walks up the stairs. As he sees Shinzo with Kendo, as they greet Izuku. Finally, you're here, bro. Mom would kill me. Mom would kill me if you were late. Yeah, I know, bro. I'm here. As they all sit down, as they're informed that they're going to do the written portion of the test, as they go into different groups, as Izuku takes the test, pass, he's smart. He's not stupid. Not only he's intelligent, but he's a strategist. Much more of a strategist than Canon Izuku. As he passes the test, as they do the physical portion, as to see how fit they are and all that fun stuff. As you have the big three, they're on the top level watching everyone perform. As Nejire, sees a very familiar green-haired boy with with red eyes, as she has a genuine smile on her face. As Mario caught that, what caught your attention, Nejire? Oh, nothing. Don't keep me hanging. That guy over there, the one with the green hair, the red eyes. It's the guy I told you about that saved me. Rescue me. Oh, that's the boy that not only saved you once, but twice. Yeah, I know. I should keep an eye on my surroundings. At least he was there. Let's see what he's made of. I'm interested in what type of person that caught your eye. Mario. As Mario laughs, as they continue to watch as President Mike goes over to the point system with the robots and all that 0-pointer. Ida did bring up his, he brought it up. As everyone here is a angry blonde, as he tells the Four Eyes to shut the fuck up and listen. As he explains to Ida in the most rude way possible that if you let him speak, he would have told you by now. If you just paid attention and read the pamphlets, so the flyers they give out, that they go through the test and what point system, flyers and all that. As Ida was embarrassed, as he has a hate, he's not liking Bakugo one bit. As Izuku smiles, I like him. As everyone lines up to the gate, as they're splitting off the different zones, as Izuku, in this, pretty much was in the same zone as Katsuki. Bakugo. As he sees Bakugo standing in the front of the line, as he tells the extras to get out of his way, as he's has a girl by the hand as they're walking up to the front, as it's Oraka, as she's nagging to him to be a lot more nicer, as Bakugo's like, sorry babe. Prince Mike is going through the more explanations and all that, as Izuku walks up the front of the line, stands right next to Bakugo, as Bakugo turns over and sees a green-haired kid standing right beside him. What do you want, loser? Huh. What's your name? The great Bakugo Koski. As Uraka slaps him back of the head. Manners. Sorry. Name's Koski. What of it? Name's Izuku. Nice to meet you. Just don't get in my way, loser. We'll see about that. Let's see who gets in whose way. Let's have a little wager. Why don't we? Wager? What type of wager? Simple, Bakugo. If you get more points than I do, I'll be your chauffeur for the full year. What you mean, chauffeur? I'll pick you up in my car. You saw that muscle car in the parking lot? What, that nice one? Yeah, that's mine. And what happens if you win? Simple. For the next year, you wash it. You got yourself a deal. If I win, I get to drive it. Very well, Bakugo. I could deal with that. Best of luck, mate. Bakugo gets hyped up as Araka apologizes for her boyfriend's behavior. It's no problem. I kind of like the guy. He has spunk. Oh, I'm being rude. My name's Araka. Nice to meet you, Araka. I'm Izuku. As though, the gates finally open as Bakugo rushes forward, and so does Araka, and so does Izuku. As Izuku sees Araka and Bakugo working together, they're a pretty decent team. As they're destroying robots after robots, as they're venturing off to a different area of the battlefield. As Izuku just calmly, his hands in his pockets, as he's walking up towards some of the pointers, as a bunch of two-pointers come rushing towards him, as Izuku just dodges out of the way and gently scrapes pretty much scrapes his hands against it. As immediately the robots immediately decay on impact. As everyone, all the heroes in the big three, they see the effect of what his quirk is. As All Might's, smiling, as a lot of the pro heroes took notice, as they're wondering what's going on. Now, in this test, they kept the other point system a secret. Now, everyone knows of the hero points or the villain points, but there's also hero points by rescuing other people taking a test, and there's also another set of points they establish into this this test this year is teamwork points, because in the field you're gonna eventually work with heroes, and coordination and proper teamwork is very important when it comes to UA. So as Izuku goes off, decaying robot after robot after robot, as he activated full cowling, as he starts just destroying these robots like nothing, as he's raking up the points, as he's setting up robots for the other people taking the tests, and the other students a shot to score some points. Everyone knows to raise her head, as he's not in his sleeping bag, as he has his goggles off, as he's staring at his son, as all of them hear him say this a simple phrase: "That a boy, show them." Oh, sorry guys, I totally thought I paused that. My bad. Anyways, let's continue forward. Everyone knows that Izuku starts to float in air as he's walking. It looks like he's walking up some invisible stairs. As he gets a better view of the area, as immediately he sees Bakugo destroying a group of three pointers. As he sees Araka getting surrounded, Bakugo's trying to get to her area as soon as possible as she's in danger. As Araka sees a three pointer jump up in the air, as it's about this, yeah, it's about to hit her. It's gonna hurt. As she's getting ready for the impact, as she gets into a defense stance, as immediately she hears a loud crash noise as she sees the green hair boy has the hand on the three pointer's head, slammed into the ground as the three pointer immediately starts to decay. As Bakugo gets in, as Izuku jumps up, get an attention as Bakugo, Araka, and Izuku are back to back. Your name's Izuku, right? You're pretty good. Not as good as me, but not everyone can be good at the great Koski, Bakugo. Let's see if you can keep up with me. As Bakugo and Araka and Izuku begin basically forming a team at the last moment. As they begin taking out all three pointers and two pointers, leaving the one pointers alone. Bakugo doesn't want to bother with one pointers. They're weak. He'll leave those for the extras. As immediately, everyone feels shockwaves of something moving towards them, and it feels like something big. As the zero pointer was unleashed. As everyone sees the zero pointer in the distance, as all the kids starts to run the opposite side, begins to run back. As Orako is about to run, as Oraka sees Bakugo and this new guy, Izuku, as they both have a grin on their face, as they both look at each other, look at the robot, as they look back at each other, as they both nod. Immediately, Bakugo and Izuku goes into full cowling, as Bakugo blasts up in the air, as he uses his explosion to make himself fly. It's pretty much what he could do. As one of the arms of the zero pointer comes straightly towards Bakugo, as Izuku touches it, as it decays, as the other arm's about to hit Izuku, as Bakugo uses a explosion. As they keep moving forward, as they're using pretty good teamwork. Bakugo is about to lose the scent, as Izuku grabs onto his hand, as Bakugo knows he's just floating in the air. You got one of those big ones in there? Oh, sorry, you got a big explosion? Waiting and waiting? On backup? You know it. As Izuku throws them towards the 0 point as Bakugo uses a big explosion, blowing a good portion of the robot back as Bakugo uses his explosion to descent down as Bakugo looks up. He sees Izuku falling down as immediately as the rest of the robot shatters on impact. As there's a huge amount of explosion as Izuku falls down on the ground. Very gracefully, by the way. Bakugo has a smirk. As immediately, they fist palm. Nice one, Izuku. You know what? I like you now. You're not as weak as these other losers. Nowhere near my capability, but we all can't be me. I say, Bakugo, your quirk's quite impressive. Thanks, man. I'm pretty awesome. Bakugo and Oraka, kind of thanked him for, stepping in the way he did. As Izuku's like, no problem. As they begin walking back, as they go their separate ways, as Izuku gets to his car, as he's driving off, well, about to drive off, as he gets a tap on the back of his shoulder, as Izuku turns around, as he sees a goofy-looking blonde. At it's Mirio from the Big Three. As Izuku looks at him, do you need something? Yeah, sorry about this, man. I just want to say, you impressed me with your performance today. It was really good. For a first year to be this good, you definitely have a good enough chance to get in. Thanks, and you are. Oh my bad. I'm Miria. Nice to meet you. As he reaches out his hand out to shake, as Izuku shakes his hand. Name's Izuku. Pleasure to meet you, Miria. As he sees the rest of the Big Three come up, as Nejire, smiles and waves at Izuku as she rushes over there. That was just amazing, Izuku. Oh, Nejire. It was nothing, really. I probably could have tried harder, but I didn't want to hog up all the points. Hey, Izuku. Yes, Miria? We were going out just to have fun. Do you want to join us? As Nejire look at Miria with a suspicious look in her eye. Sure, why not? Get in. What? Get in. Like, get in the car. Where you want to go? As immediately Mario, gets. Do you mind if I drive? Sure. As he throws him the keys. Sweet. As he sees the shy one, Tamaki, as he walks over to Tamaki, as he puts his hand out for Tamaki to shake it. Name's Izuku. Never got your name. As Tamaki, as he finally shakes it, as he knows he's worried. That took him by surprise. He seems quite shy. As Nejire, sorry about him. He's a shy guy. Oh, it's no problem, Nejire. It's very nice to meet you, Tamaki. Come on. Tamaki gets in the passenger seat in the front as Izuku gets in the back with Nejire. As Nejire, they're flirting. Well, Nejire's flirting with him. As Izuku notices, as he's decided to, flirt back. They stop off, do some mini golf, something fun that doesn't require, liquor. As Izuku, mini golf. I haven't done that in years. As everyone looks at, Nejire, she wanted to try it at least once. Yeah, Nejire's been wanting to try it out. As they get their clubs, as they go play mini golf, as As Mirio and Tamaki they're pretty good at it. As Nijire is having some trouble as she misses her shot as she pouts as here, allow me to help you, Nijire. What are you doing, Izuku? Your form, it's all wrong. Here. As he stands behind her, as he grabs his hands over her hand, as they're pretty close, as Nijire's her face is red. As they both tap the ball, as the ball going into the as it makes into the pretty much the hole. As Nijire has a bright smile. As Izuku lets go. Nejire is starting to have feelings for Izuku. She's already confirmed it after the miniature golf. As they go to the little arcade area where it's inside the mini golf area or whatever. They have mini golf and arcade at the area, kind of like Bullwinkles. As they go play air hockey. As you have Nejire and Izuku. As Tamaki and Miria go off to play some games, leave those two alone as that was the whole purpose of him coming. Because they're kind of because Nejire talks about Izuku a lot. And Miria kind of likes the guy. And he likes how he seems to make Nejire quite happy. That's his best friend, and she wants to make sure whatever guy she likes that he's not a douche. He knows Izuku's cocky, but he's not rude. As Nejire hasn't had this much fun in a long time. As they go back to the vehicle, they told him to where they're staying. Well, Yue, as Izuku drives back to Yue, as Mirio says goodbye with Tamaki, as Nejire stays behind. As he sees Nejire looking at the ground, as she's fiddling with her fingers, trying to get the courage. As Izuku, lifts up her chin. As he leans in, as he gives her a kiss, as she wraps her arms around him, as she kisses him back. As they break off, as Nejire is speechless, as she's stuttering a lot. We definitely need to do this again, Nejire. I had fun. I had fun too, Izuku. I have to get going now. Thanks. As she runs off, as she has a smile on her face. As she touches her lips. As she, runs off, goes to her dorm room. Izuku, gets in his car as he, drives home, as that's where we're going to stop it. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time sense, and I'll catch you in the next video.